I just got back from South Louisiana, a place called Houma, which is my hometown where I grew up the first 24 years of my life. Went down there to see friends and family, as I do every year, a year and a half. And a few weeks ago I thought, what no better way to kick off my book tour for the Divine Principle than to start it off in my hometown. And so I went down there to do a talk at the public library there, the main library. And while I was down there, I also did a TV interview, which was fantastic. The set of the TV station was very Larry King-like. Very nice background, and myself and the host did this one-on-one dialogue. Fantastic interview, was a lot of fun. But my son, about a month or so ago, he suggested that we go down there on a train. And so, which was a brilliant idea. We go down there on this train. He was excited, I was excited. And as I'm sitting in the train, I realized the motion of a train, how it gets from one point to the other, the movement involved, how wheels start off moving slowly, and they move faster, and it starts to create a force, and it starts to move even faster, and it creates a greater force, until it reaches its ultimate speed, which is truly a very powerful force, a force to be reckoned with. It will move obstacles out of its way if it had to. And so, now that I'm back, I'm applying this technique, this movement to my life. Where I'm at now in my life, I'm familiar with the energy, how it moves in and out of my life. And now I'm using that analogy to move my spiritual wheels so I can create a momentum. I absolutely love that word, momentum. Trying to pick up the momentum in my life to a place of real movement to where it becomes a force, a serious force, a very powerful force, to where my life becomes an unfoldment of just a simple act of will. This is what I talked about while I was down there in my presentation. It's a gorgeous place. It was a library just built a few years ago. State-of-the-art PowerPoint system, PA system. Had a great attendance. Friends and family I haven't seen in 30 years, give or take. I sold a lot of books, moved a lot of books, moved a lot of music. Hopefully I moved a lot of people that were there present at the talk. It was a lot of fun, but it was very overwhelming at first, seeing my family and my friends trying to stay centered as I was doing my presentation, by the distraction of all these people that I knew and how they're looking at me, and the process of how I was doing, how I was resonating with them, whether I was or wasn't. It was a energetic juggling act, actually. I thought it to be a great success. What better way to start off a book tour? But one of the things I always look forward to when I go to South Louisiana is eating my father's cooking. Oh my God, let me tell you, this man can cook. He's just brilliant at it. He puts his passion into it, time into it. He puts his love for his family into it, and he cooks all day, and you can taste the essence of my dad and what he's about in the food. It reflects it. His love for his family is just exquisite, the food he makes. But the scenery in South Louisiana is gorgeous. I look forward to seeing it when I go down there on my trip home, riding over one of the causeways there from Hammond to Boutte. The South Louisiana scenery, the swamp, the cypress trees, Lake Maurepas, as well as Lake Pontchartrain is just always a blessing. All the flying creatures, all the scurrying on the ground creatures. It's just a very, very gorgeous place, South Louisiana. And I encourage you to go down there at some point. Take a fishing trip. My father and I would always go fishing. We couldn't this time around due to the fact that it was just too cold. But my trip to Houma, I see it as a complete success. It was fun seeing my family. I haven't seen in forever. And my wonderful friends. And I see this as a moving forward in my life, a closing of one chapter. I will always play music. And I will always, I'm sure, be in a bar playing rock and roll music as I've done for 30 years of my life. But I'm very much looking forward to my new career, this new endeavor of full-time speaker and author. And so my life is now coming full circle.